Recording in progress.
So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome in today's in-house program on the topic promoting mental health. I am Bidhan Kumar, PGT English here at SBM Munger. I am honored and thrilled to be as a resource person today in today's program, and I thank you all for joining this session, this fruitful session. As a reminder, I would like to request you all, my distinguished scholar teachers, to unmute your mobile phone and observe complete silence throughout the session. And at the end of the session, you will be provided the attendance sheet in Google Form and a few questions based on the program, and of course, feedback form in form of Google Form. Let me introduce our honorable coordinator, Sri Anandji, who is behind the screen, our honorable principal, Sri Sanjayji, vice principal, Sri Ujjwalji, and of course, our beloved Didiji, Kirti Didi. So, in today's session, let me start with the learning objectives. So, next slide, please. Learning objectives, what we are going to discuss. Next slide, next one. Learning objective, yes. Point of discussion, or you can say learning objectives of today's in-house program. In this session, you will discover what is mental health and promotion of mental health, difficulties in mental health like sadness, anxiety, sleep difficulties, anger, fear, frustration, phobia, boredom, and also we'll deal with management of mental health, which is of prime concern in today's era. All these days, we have taken care and paid impetus on physical aspect of human being. But now in today's era, any corporate world, any organization, they look in their employee emotional quotient, mental health. So management of mental health also I will discuss with you all, dear colleagues. Promoting mental health in children, that is of prime concern in today's era of this pandemic, where a report says that more than 80% children across the world have been affected. Due to this pandemic, when they are indoor in their house and they have to face a different sort of situation in this pandemic. So mental health and well-being in the workplace also will be the part of discussion today's. And lastly, I will go ahead with conclusion. I will wind up whatever we will discuss in this session. So, what is promoting mental health? Next slide, please. What is promoting mental health? Why we need awareness? Promotion of mental health focuses on what causes good health, what causes mental health, holistic health. It focuses on supporting health and well-being rather than disease. So, WHO also defines health as mental, physical, emotional, psychic, spiritual well-being of a human being. What factors are determinants? कौन सा factor जो है निर्धारक है and is linked to health? Promoting mental health focuses the aspect that support health, well-being rather than disease. Promoting mental health means मानसिक स्वास्थ्य का बढ़ावा. It is not that most of us are crazy or we have gone haywire. In fact, the state, the mental aspect, maybe healthy aspect of a person, that must be maintained throughout the life, starting from childhood to adolescent, adulthood, and then to old age. So, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य का बढ़ावा, कैसे हम मानसिक स्वास्थ्य को कायम रखेंगे? That is promoting mental health. कैसे कायम रखेंगे, विद्यमान रखेंगे throughout our life, so that we can celebrate life, we can enjoy life. Life must seem to us like a celebration. So before I discuss the mental health aspect, let me discuss in India's context stigma. I hope you know the meaning of stigma. दोस्तों, आज मैं एक खास मुद्दे पर बात करने जा रहा हूं. आपके सामने हूं विधान. Today's topic is promoting mental health. एक्सीडेंट हो जाए, किसी का एक्सीडेंट हो जाए, हड्डी टूट जाए, पेट में दर्द हो जाए, सर्दी जुकाम, ये सब अपने लाइफ में हम लोग कहीं न कहीं, कभी न कभी वी हैव फेस्ड। ये सब एस्पेक्ट जो है, इट इज काउंटेड इन फिजिकल हेल्थ दैट कैन बी विजुअलाइज, दैट कैन बी सीन बाय एनी पर्सन। सपोज इन workplace situation like ours, suppose a person comes, my colleague comes in the staff room, and I see that his face has swollen. I would like to question him politely how it happened, because that is visible. But what about mental health? How could we visualize what's going in psycho state of one's mind, which is a very complex thing? So ये सारे फिजिकल हेल्थ में गिनती किए जाते हैं। ये सब प्रॉब्लम डॉक्टर के पास जाने में कोई हिचकिचाहट नहीं होती है इस प्रॉब्लम को लेकर के। हड्डी का प्रॉब्लम है, डॉक्टर संजीव के पास चले जाओ भाई, ही इज ऑर्थोपेडिक्स। इफ यू हैव सम स्टमक एक, go to Mr. Bajpayee, go to a gastro. But यहां जाने में कोई हिचकिचाहट नहीं होती है। हाथ दर्द कर रहा है, एक्सीडेंट के कारण रीढ़ की हड्डी टूट गई, वर्ल्ड नोस, समाज जानता है, इट हार्डली मैटर्स टू अस। विदाउट एनी हेजिटेशन वी मार्च एंड कंसल्ट डॉक्टर। बट कोई अगर 10 से 12 दिन तक उदास है, गुमसुम है, न खाता है न पीता है, घर वाले बोलते हैं ऐसा क्यों रहते हो, ऐसा बिहेव तुम क्यों कर रहे हो, लाइफ में सब कुछ ठीक हो जाता है। ये लाइफ है, समय एक लहर की तरह गुजर जाएगा, चिंतित क्यों रहते हो तुम। आजकल देख रहे हैं तुम्हारा बिहेवियर, इस बात को आम समझते हैं लोग। इफ बेटा पागल है क्या कि हम पागल के डॉक्टर के यहां ले जाएं? अगर कोई रिश्तेदार अगर साइकियाट्रिस्ट के क्लिनिक से निकलते देख ले तो तुरंत गुमसुम, गुपचुप, विस्परिंग स्टार्ट हो जाता है कि भाई कोई दिमागी मसला है। इसे मैंने देखा साइकियाट्रिस्ट के क्लिनिक से निकलते हैं। इसे मैंने देखा जब मैं रांची घूमने गया था, कांके रोड से ये गुजर रहा था, ये मेंटल हॉस्पिटल की तरफ से आ रहा था। शर्मा जी का बेटा, जरूर कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, बच के रहिए उनसे। और इस प्रकार पेशेंट के साथ भेदभाव होता है, discrimination takes place, and that is called social stigma. That thinking, thought process, especially pervades in our Indian culture, Indian society. ये सोच गलत है ना? बट यही यूएस में हो, कोई सामाजिक बहिष्कार नहीं होता, बिकॉज वो हमसे ज्यादा एजुकेटेड है. वो समझते हैं कि मेंटल हेल्थ इज ऑफ प्राइम इंपॉर्टेंस. इट मस्ट बी टेकन केयर एट द अर्लीस्ट. अगर अंदर से सुकून में नहीं है कोई, अंदर से मन बेचैन है, अंदर से मन डिस्टर्ब है, वो रात में सोता नहीं है, क्या हम इस अवस्था में कोई अच्छा काम कर पाएंगे? कैसे गुजरेगा इस इंसान की जिंदगी? अब वो परेशान है, डरा हुआ है, एंजाइटी में है. सो you must have watched a movie of Sanjay Dutt. Let me cite an example from that movie. Munna Bhai Part 2. Sanjay Dutt visualizes Gandhi. Sanjay Dutt Gandhi ji ko dekhta hai. Even he talks, though Gandhi's presence is virtual. Other people cannot visualize Gandhi, but Sanjay Dutt can visualize, that character can visualize. In medical term, in psychological term, world knows it, that symptoms, that disease with a name, hallucination. Hallucination, अंत में फील करता है कि अरे भैया ये तो कुछ नहीं था, ये तो वो मेंटल प्रॉब्लम था, ब्रेन में केमिकल का लोचा था. हम मेंटल हेल्थ कैसे ठीक रख सकें जिससे हम एक क्वालिटी लाइफ जी सकें, so that I can celebrate life, I can live each and every moment of life, बेहतर जिंदगी जी सके. लाइफ को एक सेलिब्रेशन के रूप में देखें. हमारे जीवन में रोज दिवाली हो, रोज होली हो, रोज दुर्गा पूजा का भसान हो. ऐसा जीवन, that is, if a person is leading and if he is mentally, physically, emotionally, psychically, spiritually calm and quiet, that means he is enjoying perfect, positive mental health. Research कहता है 90% suicide is due to mental health. Killers, murderers, all these people are not, in fact, criminals. They don't need a prison wall. In fact, they need yoga studio. This was proved by the only and the first lady IPS of India, Kiran Bedi, when she was Director General of Police, when she was Director General of Tihar prison. She had said that criminals are not criminals. Prisoners are not prisoners or criminals. They are mentally sick people. They need care. They need love. They need compassion. And therefore, she had introduced yoga in prison. She provided meditation, asanas, pranayams, mudra, bandh to the prisoners. And after those practice and experiment, positive signs were seen in the mental health of even the criminals, dreaded criminals, and world recognized her work, and she was awarded a Roman Maxis Award for that act. You'll be surprised to know, out of 5, 1 person in India is a patient of depression. 5 में से 1% इन इंडिया डिप्रेशन से पीड़ित है। 70 से 80%, 70 to 80% people do not reach for help. They don't go to psychiatrists due to social stigma. And this is called clinical gap. हमारे ब्रेन में कुछ न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर होते हैं, से केमिकल होते हैं, जैसे कि सेरोटोनिन है, नोरेपेनेफ्रिन है, डोपामाइन है। जब इसकी मात्रा ज्यादा, when the quantity secretion of these hormones, this chemical surpasses a limit, then a person becomes hyperactive. And when the secretion is low, vice versa, the person becomes depressive. He becomes a patient of depression. That means न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर्स का बैलेंस होना बहुत जरूरी है। बैलेंस के लिए दवा की जरूरत पड़ेगी। एंड व्हाट इज द सोशल स्टिग्मा? पीपल डू नॉट वांट टू गो टू साइकियाट्रिस्ट। ये सोच को बदलना होगा। आज का सेशन बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है, और जब आप इस सेशन को ध्यान से अटेंड करेंगे, व्हेन यू विल अटेंड दिस सेशन होल हार्टेडली with your whole soul and mind, I assure you 90% problem in your life will be solved. If you go ahead in life following some tips that I would like to share in this today's in-house program. Yes, otherwise later on in life, it would become a drastic problem in our life that would change our life, that change entire life way of living of an individual. Life would become a curse for that person. Life is a blessing. Life is a celebration. But owing to mental health issues, the life that we receive from nature only once, that person is unable to enjoy life. जीवन में जो रस है, जो गुदगुदी है, वो महसूस नहीं कर पाता. So mental health must be taken care at the earliest if you want to celebrate life, enjoy life, and if you want to become a successful person in your own domain. So आज हमारा बात इस पर फोकस करेगा. So what is mental health? Next slide, please. What is promoting mental health? The same one, initial one. What is promoting mental health? No, this is not the second, the previous one. What is promoting mental health? What is promoting mental health? Yes, not this one, just ahead of this. Yes, yes. To start with, promoting mental health, promotion of mental health focuses on what causes good mental health, holistic health. What factors or determinants are linked to holistic health? You all know that Yoga must be included in your life. You need plenty of water to achieve optimum mental health. You write something before you go to bed. Have enough sunshine. Sit in sun when you are in leisure. And try to talk to like-minded people. Talking, in fact, ensures release of so many types of mental blockage. And of course, rest and relaxation is a must. So mental health, what is mental health? Next slide, please. What is mental health? Not this one, not this one. What is mental health and wellness? Yes. So mental health and wellness, according to WHO, in 1950, WHO came up with a definition, the very first time on this planet. Before that, mental health was not considered much importance. Mental health is a state of well-being in which an individual realizes his potential, his ability, and can cope up with stress, normal stress of life, and can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to community, to society. According to WHO, mental health is ability to enjoy life. I would like to, in fact, quote word of famous psychologist of US, Clifford Viers, in his book, Clifford Viers की पुस्तक, A Mind That Found Itself, में प्रथम बार मानसिक स्वास्थ्य शब्द का प्रयोग 1908 ईस्वी में किया था. According to Ladley, who is US psychologist, mental health refers to people's behavioral and emotional well-being. So some early sign of mental ill health. So I repeat once again, some early sign of mental ill health. So this is a very important and crucial juncture when we need to be aware, when we need to be alert as an individual. Some symptoms starts cropping up in our mental and on emotional level, physical level, spiritual level. So some early signs are there. And if we visualize those signs for long duration, then it is matter of concern. Like sleep irritation. You're not having proper sleep. Your sleep is disturbed at midnight. And after that, you are unable to sleep throughout night. Lack of energy. You take nutritious food, but you feel lethargic. You lack energy. Depression. You feel panic attacks. You feel phobia without any rhyme or reason. Thinking of harming yourself or others. This life is not a bed of roses, dear friends. Life is very cruel. So many ups and downs we have to scale. And sometimes, if a thought crops up to harm yourself or other, mind you, some problem is there. You are not mental healthy. Thinking of harming yourself or others, hearing voices or believing things that are not true. I cannot listen that sound, but somebody is able to listen. देखो भाई भैंस जो है वो गा रही है. Even that person would start dancing with that buffalo. Although in reality, that buffalo never sang, but he is listening to that music, that song. And even he correlates the song with his own life. And even start dancing. Mental health affects how we think, how we feel and act. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and old stage. So, next slide, please. Management of mental health. It was there only. Management of mental health. How we can manage mental health. There are many ways, so many ways to manage a positive mental health. There are so many ways. Maintain positive mental health include ways to maintain positive mental health include getting professional help. So ways to maintain positive mental health includes getting professional help if needed. And that situation might come in one's life. Anger, it is very common, natural laws. But suppose a person becomes angry, a sudden outburst arouses, and that symptoms pervade, sustain for a week, for a month, for a year, then it is a matter of concern. Then you need to take a professional help, psychiatrist help. You need a psychotherapy. You need counseling. Connecting with others. So to maintain positive mental health, you need to connect with others. Try to find like-minded people. Try to spend quality time with them. Certainly that will boost your positive mental health. Staying positive, be optimistic in life. Always think positive aspect of a thing. Try to develop trust in others. Getting physically active also maintains positive mental health. Walk in the morning, be active throughout the day, especially at workplace. Helping others, when you help others, it enhances your positive mental health. We are selfish nowadays. We don't want to help others, cooperate others. But nature has something else. If a person helps somebody, he experiences immense joy. A type of hormone is secreted through pituitary gland, and that enhances your mental health. So, mind you, try to help others from today on. So, getting enough sleep is very prominent, very crucial. Developing coping skills. You can cope up with situation. This life is nothing. Acharya Chanak says that life is nothing but problem solving. If you are able to cope up with circumstances, situation, that means you are having positive mental health. अगर प्रॉब्लम चलता रहे, abnormality चलता रहे, sleep irritation, phobia, depression, outburst of anger, ये चलता रहे, then you must contact professionals. Positive social connections improves mental health. These connections can come from friends, family, like-minded people. You try to dedicate thank people for their help to you. When you give thanks to person, it enhances your mental health. There's no need to keep everything inside. When you thank somebody, when you're thankful, that means you are releasing some positive energy from yourself, your side. And that not only enhances mental health of a person who is standing before you, but in you also. There's no need to take life very serious. जो शेष है उसमें खुश रहो, बाकी तो सब शेष होने ही वाला है. At least once a week, try this. Thank people for their help, for their blessing, for their kind words, for their concern to you, for their sharing, caring with you, for their friendship with you. Thank them. Getting physically active also enhances mental health. Exercise and yoga have been shown to improve mental health by reducing depression, negative mood, anxiety, negative mood. Being active for at least 30 minutes, 3 times a week is enough to get these benefits. So, activity must be in life. जीवन चलने का नाम. Once you stop physical movement, that means you are on verge of death, verge of mental sickness. Helping others also boosts mental health. There's no need to be selfish. There's no need to think only about yourself. Once you give something to others, help somebody, You feel honored in yourself. That boosts chemical, that secretes chemical in our body. Different glands of endocrine system automatically start producing some chemicals that keeps on over-oiling your mental aspect. Helping others can boost positive feelings. Neurobiologists found that giving social support reduces stress. We should help out elderly neighbors. Whenever you get time, try to visit your neighbor. There might be elderly lady in your neighbor. Try to offer a cup of tea to her. Try to devote some time. Spend some time. Listen to her heart. That will, in fact, help you only. Research says that when you give help to elderly people, especially neighbors, your old parents, mental health of your only enhances. This is research. Research has been done on this. Volunteer an animal shelter. If you want to boost your mental health, volunteer animal shelter. You must remember that all Gurukul used to have herd of animals. Even Lord Krishna grew among animals. And you see the smile of Krishna. In all circumstances, in all situations, he never loses equanimity, tranquility of mind. One of the reasons is that most of his life, childhood, he spent among animals. He volunteered animals. And give your shoulder to cry on for a friend. When your friend is in trouble, when your friend loses something, he is in agony, he is in pain, share your shoulder. Share your shoulder to cry on for a friend. मरने के बाद तो shoulder सब share करते हैं. Getting enough sleep. Next slide, please. Sleep one. Getting enough sleep. Sleeping helps to recover from mental as well as physical exertion. Little down, this one, this slide. Not this one. Sleeping. That figure supports the, yeah, it's fine. Sleep disturbances can be one of the first signs of distress. Lack of sleep or poor quality of sleep can affect your mood, can affect your energy level. And concentration level also is affected. So watching TV, playing with screen, smartphones, or eating on bed, mind you, eating on bed can all affect quality of sleep. So from today on, don't eat on bed. Don't eat on bed and watch TV simultaneously. That affects your mental health, that disturbs your sleep. Temperature, noise, and light all play a part in determining our sleep. What you eat and drink can affect your sleep. Stimulants like caffeine can make it harder to sleep. So you must avoid caffeine, especially in the evening time. Heavy or sugary meal close to bedtime can make your sleep uncomfortable. Develop coping skills. Develop coping skills. Coping, होशपूर्ण होना, सजग होना. Coping means deal करने वाला. How you deal situation can be defined as the efforts we make to manage situation. How you manage situation. Copers, those who are dealers, generally have a positive outlook and use their skill to seek best possible outcome of any situation. Copers are not passive. They never act helpless. They look for ways to take control on situation. To be coper means to have skills in stress management, time management, problem solving, decision making, lifestyle management. So next slide, please. So now I will deal with a very prominent issue, that is promoting mental health in children, as we are educators. Before I start this discussion, I want you all to watch this video. Voice, audio please.
माँ को देखो, वो हर हाल में गाना गाती है। मैं उन्हें बहुत प्यार करती हूँ।
अंतरा, तुमने 2 अलग के रिबन बांध रखे हैं।
हाँ, मुझे दोनों रंग पसंद है, इसीलिए मैंने दोनों को साथ पहना है।
ठीक है, जैसे भी तुम खुश रहो। चलो अपना लंच बॉक्स लो।
कोई मुझसे बात नहीं कर रहा। शायद मैं इनके ग्रुप में रहने के लायक नहीं हूँ। सबके पास सुंदर सुंदर टिफिन है और सब साथ में खाना खाते हैं। कोई भी अपना खाना मेरे साथ नहीं बांटता। मैं बहुत अकेला महसूस करती हूँ।
हेलो अंतरा, क्या तुम मेरे साथ बात करना चाहोगी? क्या तुम ठीक हो बेटा? मैंने देखा कि तुम कुछ परेशान हो। सब ठीक तो है?
मेरा कोई दोस्त नहीं है। मैं अपने आप को बहुत अकेला महसूस करती हूँ। जब भी मैं एक दूसरे के साथ बात करते, खेलते और गाना गाती सुनती हूँ, मुझे लगता है मैं उनके ग्रुप का हिस्सा कभी नहीं बन सकती। मुझसे बात नहीं करता, कोई मुझसे अपनी टिफिन भी नहीं बांटता। मैं हमेशा अकेले खाती हूँ।
अंतरा, मुझे गर्व है कि तुमने अपने मनोभावों को व्यक्त किया। तुम्हारी माँ ने पौष्टिक खाना दिया है, जो कि एक सुंदर टिफिन बॉक्स से कहीं बेहतर है। मैं समझ सकती हूँ कि कई बार ये तुम्हारे लिए काफी कठिन होता है, लेकिन तुम्हारे अंदर ऐसी परिस्थितियों में भी सकारात्मक तरीके से कार्य करने की क्षमता है। तुम अकेली नहीं हो। तुम अपने चुने तरीकों से ऐसे मनोभावों से निपट सकती हो।
मेरी माँ कहती है कि जब भी कभी मैं अपनी भावनाओं को नियंत्रित न कर पाऊँ, तो इस गाने को गाऊं और इससे मुझे सुकून मिलता है।
ओह, इसलिए तुम कोने में बैठकर ये धुन गुनगुना रही थी। गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स, कृपया ध्यान दीजिए। गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स, कृपया ध्यान दीजिए। हमारा विद्यालय एक अंतर विद्यालय गायन प्रतियोगिता आयोजित करवा रहा है। अगर आप इसमें भाग लेना चाहते हैं तो यहाँ आए और कक्षा के लिए कुछ पंक्तियां गाएं। ठीक है, शुरू करते हैं। अच्छा प्रयास बच्चों। और कोई? अंतरा,
हाँ?
क्या तुम कक्षा को अपनी प्रतिभा दिखाना चाहोगी?
जरा उस बालों को तो देखो।
वो 2 अलग-अलग रंगों के रिबन बांधते हैं। कितनी बेवकूफ है।
मैम कितनी अच्छी है और मेरी मदद करती है। माली मुझे प्रेरणा दी, जिसके कारण आज मैं अच्छा गा सकती हूँ। मैं अपनी प्रतिभा दिखा सकती हूँ।
ने अपने चुनौतीपूर्ण मनोभावों को नियंत्रित किया। जैसे वो अपनी कक्षा के सम्मुख खड़ी हुई थी, उसी ऊर्जा के साथ फिर से वो अंतर विद्यालय गायन प्रतियोगिता में अपनी चमक बिखेरने को तैयार है। वाह, इस लड़की की कितनी बेहतरीन आवाज है। मुझे बहुत पसंद आया इसका गाना। ये हमारी बेटी है।
अंतर विद्यालय गायन प्रतियोगिता का प्रथम पुरस्कार दिया जाता है अंतरा को।
मनोभावों को समझना और नियंत्रित करना बहुत जरूरी है। हमारी देखने, सुनने, सूंघने, छूने और सोचने की क्षमताओं की ही तरह महसूस करने की क्षमता भी आत्म जागरूकता के लिए उतनी ही महत्वपूर्ण है। मनोभावों को व्यक्त करने की क्षमता किशोरावस्था में बहुत मायने रखती है। जिस उम्र में किशोर भावनात्मक दबाव का सामना करते हैं, हमेशा याद रखें, आप अकेले नहीं हैं और आपको अपनी भावनाएं दूसरों से साझा करनी चाहिए। आपके भीतर प्रेम और सहयोग की भावना है और आपका मानसिक स्वास्थ्य व भावनात्मक भलाई बहुत मायने रखती है।
So, promoting mental health in children. Right now, we witnessed this video. That girl, a village girl, Antara, she feel herself secluded in school. And we teacher have to play a pivotal role so that a relationship develops between peer groups. Otherwise, mental aspect of a child can be hampered. We also saw that how teacher played a pivotal role in motivating by intervening in Antara's problem. And she was able to discover Antara's talent, hidden talent, that she could sing well. But out of shyness, she could not reveal. She could not demonstrate. Moreover, bullying of other children also played here. Bullying of other children also took place in the video. In that situation, intervention and prevention of teacher is very crucial to maintain proper mental health of a child in a school environment. So there are many ways to promote children's mental health and wellness. Playing outdoor games. We should always devote some time with children in field, in park. At least 10 minutes, 20 minutes daily can improve mental well-being of young people. Studies have found that 10 minutes exercise in outdoor environment can improve mental well-being in school children. Encouraging students to play outdoor help them to de-stress and lower anxiety. Physical contact also ensures and promotes mental health in school children. There is no healer better than mother's hug, mother's lap, father's hug, father's pat. There is no greater healer than this. We teacher, especially in primary sections, we can also discover problem of small kids. We can give them a kind hug that can instill in them trust for teachers, and that can enhance their mental health, so that after enhancing their mental health, boosting, they can participate in other activities freely, and they can excavate, demonstrate their hidden talents, potential. There's no healer better than a mother's lap and father's hug. Hug your child often, as it helps in building their trust in you. Meditation with your student, morning assembly, vandana and yoga and meditation class really help children to improve mental well-being. Prayers, meditation play a pivotal role in shaping a child's personality and keeping the school children calm and focused throughout the day. Listen to your children. A teacher needs to be that person who listens to young kids or adolescents' problem. Students should know that their teachers, principal, vice principals are always around to listen to their problems, to guide them. A teacher must give adequate time and communicate with their students. Sleep routine, that also enhances mental health in children. Students also need adequate rest. Teacher must motivate and impart knowledge to them, motivating them, tell them why it is important to relax and sleep in peace without hooked to the screen of computer or laptop or mobile. A teacher could do this by motivating and inculcating values in students. Teacher can motivate a child, a student, the habit of limiting gadget time, promoting reading before sleeping, and inculcate the habit of praying and meditation for a minute right before each and every class and just before they get to bed. So lastly, I would like to tell you that to enhance mental health of a child, we can go ahead and promote health in school students by establishing a crisis response team. It is a very new concept. In that team, their motive would be to safeguard students' physical and mental health, well-being in a school situation. Relevant administrator, principal, vice principal, security personnel, peon, and of course, mental health professional who could collaborate with community resources and parents. In addition to safety, the team can provide mental health prevention, intervention, and motivational services to young kids. Now, lastly, I would focus on a very prominent mental health and well-being in the workplace. It is increasingly being recognized that the mental health of employers is a crucial determinant in their overall health. Stress at the workplace can be contributory factors to a range of physical illness like hypertension, cardiovascular problem, diabetes. Poor mental health can also lead to quarrel and word fight among employees that affects their ability. They cannot contribute fruitfully in that situation. Data around the world indicate that mental health problems are cause of number of employees dropping job, quitting job. Mental health and stress have an impact on employers directly through increased absentees. So employees also suffers. Employees has to encounter increased absenteeism owing to poor mental health of employees. Negative impact on productivity and profit also can be seen. And in the workplace, the quality of work decreases. Human error could be seen in a place where employees are not mental uplifted or mental well. So there is high risk of mental ill health. So the tool of which are known as the work stress scale allows individuals to assess for themselves the degree of stress forced due to following reasons at workplace. I repeat once again, degree of stress faced due to following reasons by employees. Relationship problem with superiors. Bureaucratic constraints. What is bureaucratic constraints? Complicated rules that limits your freedom. You feel suffocated at workplace. A great hierarchy is there, and work get delays. Work-family conflict. You're unable to keep balance between your work and family. Relationship problem with colleagues. This also is the reason of stress at workplace. Performance pressure and poor job prospect. Relationship problems with superiors. इसका उपचार भी है. The reason for workplace stress is dealing with difficult boss. It is said that an employee doesn't leave a job, rather he leaves a boss. This may be easier to solve by improving communication with your boss, with your superiors. When we go from school to our house, in the evening we notice, अरे सर का फोन था, प्रिंसिपल सर का, अरे रिसीव नहीं कर सके, क्या मामला होगा भाई? And whole night we cannot sleep. Sincere conversation may make a difference. Tasks that are not part of employee skills. A music teacher is being given a duty to teach physics. What will happen? Communicating with superiors about the matter at the earliest is the best way to resolve this type of problem. Relationship problem among colleagues. Another reason could be difficult colleagues and co-workers. This can be resolved by amicable discussion, concluded by a mutual agreement. One can explain the colleagues that how a team is important, how we can get more benefit as a team rather than indulging in rivalryism and inner politics, damaging the output of organization at large. Work-family conflict. An employee struggles to find the right balance between family and work. Domestic issues can affect work. Balancing work and home by allotting adequate time to work as well as family can help reduce stress. High demand for performance. Unrealistic expectation puts unhealthy and unreasonable pressure on the employees. आप इंग्लिश के टीचर हो, 40 बच्चे के क्लास में है, हमको 15 90 प्लस चाहिए. High demand for performance. Unrealistic expectation puts unhealthy and unreasonable pressure on employees, and that can be tremendous source of stress. Workload, long hour of work, pressure to perform at peak levels for the same pay scale can actually leave an employee drained emotionally and mentally both. Job insecurity is another reason of stress at workplace. Workplaces are going changes under economic transformation and ongoing corona era. Reorganization, resizing, right sizing, and other changes have become major stressors for employees in today's context. And of course, bureaucratic constraints. What is bureaucratic constraints? Complicated rules, loss of freedom. Organization size and bureaucratic system have certain rules and regulation, which is parts of system to serve as checks and balancing forces. However, they are likely to serve as constraints and stress for managers and other employees too. organization would do well to address mental wellness at the workplace through a clearly articulated, flexible workplace policy on mental health. So the development and implementation of workplace mental health policy and program will benefit the health of employees, increase in productivity of an organization, and will contribute to the well-being of an employee and also community at large. It has been found psychosocial intervention courses along with stress management training and health promotion intervention have positive impact on mental health of an employee. All organizations must give and contribute to employees' wellness program, and it must be a priority, especially in India, which could contribute to economic, social, political, spiritual development of our community and overall our nation. So at the end, let me share with you all some unknown information. According to WHO, we all must know World Mental Health Day is observed on 10th October every year with overall objective of raising awareness of mental health issues around the world. So to conclude, the mind is one of the most powerful organs in the body, regulating the functioning of other organs. When our minds are unstable, they affect the whole functionings of our bodies. Being both physically and emotionally fit is the key to success in all aspects of life. People should be aware of the consequences of mental illness, and they must take utmost importance to keeping the mind healthy like physical body. Mental and physical health cannot be separated. They are having psychosomatic relationship. If body is disturbed, mind too is disturbed. If mind is disturbed, body too is affected. So it is crucial for everyone to work towards achieving a balance between mental and physical well-being and get the necessary help when either of them gets disturbed. So dear colleagues, lastly, I would like to conclude. If you want mental, physical, emotional, psychic, spiritual balance, do follow the things that we discuss in this session. That will certainly change your life, transform your life. You will be able to celebrate life. Life will not be like a burdensome to you. Thank you very much. So attendance link and feedback link has been given to chat box. It has been sent to your chat box. Kindly mark your attendance, and some feedback questions are there. You're expected to attempt those questions. So best of luck. Thank you once again for patient listening. Lord Krishna, take care of each one of us. Thank you.